Hello guys, today we are going to solve Leetcode question number 2342, which is max sum of a pair with equal sum of digits. The description here says that you are given a zero-indexed array nums consisting of positive integers. You can choose the indices I and j such that I is not equal to j and the sum of digits of the number num I is equal to that of num j. Return the maximum value of nums I plus nums j that you can obtain over all possible indices I and j that satisfy the condition. Okay, so this question basically comes under array, hash table, sorting and heap. So in this solution, I will be using hash table that will contain the time complexity of big O of n log m and the space complexity of big O of n as it is using the data structure hash map. So for example, in example number 1, the array nums have the following elements 18, 43, 36, 13 and 7. So we will create a hash table out of it. So for example, when the element 18 comes, we will evaluate its sum of digits, which is 9, and we will set the corresponding value of the nums array element into it. And then the second element, which is 43, comes and its sum of digit is 7. So we will put that into the hash table and its corresponding element in it. Then we will have the element 36, which also contains the sum of digits as 9. So we will compare the earlier value of the sum of digits 9 and then we will compare it with the present digit, with the present element. Like we will compare 18 and 36. Therefore, since 18 is less than 36, therefore 18 will be switched to 36 as they have same sum of digits. Okay, so now the value has 36 when sum of digits is 9. Okay, so now the fourth element comes, which is 13. It has sum of digits as 4 and it will be inserted into the hash table as it is, and the corresponding element 13 will be placed accordingly. Now the last element, which is 7, comes into the picture and 7 has sum of digits as 7, and then we will compare the earlier element which was present as the value of sum of digits 7 and the present digit which is 7, and then we will compare the two since the earlier element, that was 43, was greater than 7, therefore 7 will not switch the place of 43. So thus it will have the following hash table in which sum of digits 9 has the element 36, sum of digit 7 has the element 43, sum of digit 4 has the element 30. Okay, so now we will return the sum of the elements having same sum of digits and having the maximum value among it. So now we will return the value 18 plus 36, which is 54 to it. Okay, so as we can see, the time complexity will be big O of n log m, where big O of n will be the time complexity for evaluating the sum of digits of a particular element, and log m will be the complexity in which m will be the average length of the nums array. So the total time complexity will be big O of n log m, and the space complexity will be big O of n, and it will contain the space complexity of the hash table that we are creating with the sum of digits as well as the number of elements. And now we will look into the code. Okay, so in the code we will create a private function which is digit sum that will evaluate the sum of digits of a particular element of the nums array. So it will have a actual parameter which will contain the element of nums array. It will extract particular digits from the variable num and then it will sum it into the value sum, and then it will return the value of sum to the calling function. The time complexity of this will be big O of n. Now for the maximum sum function, it will contain the actual parameter that will be passed into it, which will be the nums array, and now I will create a hash table MP which will contain the value key value pairs of sum of digits as well as the elements of the nums array. We will evaluate the maximum sum and will store into the max sum variable. Now we will generate a for loop that will iterate through all the elements of the array num. Now in didSum variable, I will calculate or evaluate the sum of digits of that element. Now I will generate a now I will check a condition that if the hash table already contains the digit sum in it or not, and if yes, the maxsum will evaluate the math.max of the present maxsum as well as the addition of the present element and the previous element present in that key. Now we will check another condition. If the value already exists and it is less than the present element, then the map will contain the present value in that key value pair. Then we will check, then we will put another else condition in the outer if, that is, we will put the element didSum into that particular element. Now we will return the value of maxsum to it. Now we will run this code. Yes, there is some issue. Okay, so I have taken the value of maxsum as 0, but in it is given that we have to return the default value as -1. So I will change this one. Now I will run this code. And it has passed all the test cases. Now I will submit this. Okay, so it beats 77.33%.